I'm here today with a video on how I get glowy, dewy, youthful looking skin. I posted a picture on Instagram a couple days ago of like my crazy like natural glow. I will be doing a kind of no makeup tutorial, which I will use some of these products, but it will be a full start to finish tutorial where this one is just kind of showing how I do like my glowiness. Yeah, that makes sense. So anyways, if you want to see the products that I use to get just like glowy cheeks and stuff, then just stay tuned. So to start off with how I kind of do my glowy skin, I find that I'm pretty combo, so I can really either go for a matter foundation or a glowy foundation and get the same result. If you have super oily skin, you're going to want to use a more matte foundation so that you can keep the glow only where you want the glow to be. Now, if you have dry skin or normal skin, you can use a more glowier foundation and this will work perfect. So I have a few different ones that I've used in the past or that I've been using. One of them is the Born This Way foundation, which is what I have on right now. I have a kind of first impressions or review going up. That's what's on my face currently, and this is in the shade Vanilla. Or I kind of will mix a long wear foundation with a more glowy foundation. So another combination I like is the Estee Lauder Double Wear and the Lingerie de Peau by Guerlain. I mix these two because this one is a little light and this is way too dark. So I get the perfect color match, plus I get the long wearing and kind of glowiness of the Lingerie de Peau. So use whatever foundation you want to use. It's really about the bronzer, blush, and highlight that's going to make your skin look healthy and glowy. So we're going to start off with the YSL. This is their Sun-Kissed Blur Perfector. This works really good. Any cream bronzer, it needs to be a cream bronzer. Another one, if you guys have this, is MAC Pure Sculpture. I've been using this a lot. I don't think that they have it in their permanent or pro collection. It was like a limited edition, but they re-release it all the time. So if you have that, use that. It's really, really good. But because that's not readily available, I'm just going to use this. You can also use the Sonia Kashuk Cream Bronzer. That one is really great. Or you can use a concealer stick or a foundation that is a few shades darker. So I'm going to use this YSL one, and I'm going to use this Real Techniques contour brush. And you're going to start off by just kind of chiseling out, and we're going to bronze and contour with the cream bronzer. So kind of just draw out where I want that line to go. And then you're going to blend up. And this brush is okay. I'm actually going to switch. I'm not crazy about that brush. I'm going to use this Sigma 3D HD brush, which is what I usually use. I was just trying to use something different today. So I like this because I find it just is really easy to blend it into the skin. And this bronzer is amazing. It just blends really, really nicely. And I'm just kind of patting back and forth. I'm not buffing and I'm not swiping. I'm just kind of patting it in because you don't want to mess up that foundation. And we're going to go up along here. And don't worry, we're going to blend this out. Make sure you have like a damp beauty blender handy because that really makes a difference too. So I'm just going along the hairline, along the temples. You could do under your chin if you feel you need to bronze that up. You can go down your nose. I don't ever contour my nose, so then I'm going to go in with my beauty blender and I just kind of buff that in, especially along the bottom here, which we can clean that up if you've taken it too far. And same here, just kind of blend this into the skin because you don't want it to be a harsh contour or harsh bronzer. Next, I'm going to go in with a cream blush. The one that I really like are these Stila convertibles. I also like the MAC cream ones or the NYX cream ones. This one is in Lilium. I love this one. Take your beauty blender and I'm going to go, like here, you're going to hold it like this and it's damp, and bounce it into the product. And then we're going to tap that on our cheeks. I have been really into cream blushes. I've been using them all the time lately. Blend that in. Then I go back in with my beauty blender and I turn it to the other side. So that's the side we use the blush. This is the side that has nothing or some of the foundation. And I just kind of buff around that and blend it in. Next, go in with a cream highlighter. This is the Becca Poured in Opal, which this has become like my favorite highlighter. This was a little like coupon code on Sephora, which when I order online, which is most of the time, I go through Ebates because not only do you earn cash back through Ebates, but also they have coupon codes on Ebates for Sephora that Sephora doesn't list. So I always find cool little coupon codes there. So I will leave a link for Ebates down below if you guys have not already signed up, because that's how I got this little opal. And then I also got I got a few of these little YSL primers. So it's really good if you shop online. It's really good to go through Ebates. Okay, so we're gonna do our highlight, which you can kind of see where the light is reflecting is where you want to put that highlight. And I just dipped my beauty blender in there, the tip of it, and I'm just patting it right there on the top of my cheekbone. Now I like using a beauty blender versus a brush because I find the brush doesn't melt it into the skin as nicely, and it leaves it a little bit, I don't know, I find like it just disturbs your foundation and leaves it a little bit streaky. Where the beauty blender, you're just like melting it into the skin and into the foundation. And I'll kind of bring it to this poured one because it's not like sparkly. I will go here and kind of right on the apples and then bring it up. Kind of right on this part of your cheek. And it just gives it that really beautiful glow. I'll also take it and go right out on my Cupid's bow. And I'll go right at the tip of my nose right there. And you could go right above your brow, just like that. So as you can see, it's like a very youthful, glowy look. Now I need a little tiny bit of concealer in my under eyes because I totally forgot to do that. So I'm going to just kind of conceal right in here. Usually I have already done that, but I realized that I totally forgot. So to set my under eyes, I'm going to use this NARS Highlight and Contour Kit in Paloma. I'm using the highlight shade and I'm using an e.l.f. blush brush that's kind of squished. And I'm setting just right under my eye on my eyelid. This also helps once you go to apply eyeshadow. You don't necessarily have to put like a creamy beige shade all over your eye to help your shadows blend easier. You can just apply your under eye powder on there. Okay, so I do that. I also will apply that powder right on the sides of my nose because that's where I get a little bit oily. And this powder is really, really nice. And I just kind of apply it right here where there's pores. So we didn't apply highlight there. And I just want to keep that part really matte and fill in those pores. I also will put a little bit on my chin because right there it gets a little bit shiny. And I'm going to put a little bit right here in the center of my forehead because that will get a little bit shiny in between my brows. Okay, then for the rest of my face, I will use a translucent powder. This is by Laura Mercier. I use that same brush and I just go right under where my contour is, and it just helps clean it up as well. And I drag it down. Same thing over here. Go right where I want my contour line to stop, and I drag it down. And that's kind of how I do my glowy skin. You can also apply additional powder products to kind of help set it. I don't really find I need to. I feel like this sticks pretty well. These products stick pretty well to my skin. If I am going to do like a little bit of a brighter blush or something, I will use a mineralized blush because I find that has a really pretty glow. So I have been mixing the combination of these two by MAC. One is Lured to Love and one is Azalea in the Afternoon. This one I think was limited edition. I'm not positive. Really any mineralized blushes that you have will work. And this is the IT Cosmetic Heavenly Wand Ball powder brush. I just like it because it's big and fluffy and it just picks up a little bit of product. And I'll just kind of sweep that right on the cheeks, and you can see it still keeps that really pretty glow and it's not matting it down. Sometimes if you put blush over it, it can matte down that glow we have going on. And this doesn't. This keeps it nice and glowy. So as you can see there, it has a really pretty sheen. If you want to get really crazy, you can add a powder highlight. This is Becca Opal. Mine is totally like crushed into a million pieces, so I have to be really, really careful with it. And then just go right over where we applied that, but I don't take it all the way in like we did the cream. I just kind of keep it right up here on the cheekbones. And that's gonna give you like a super bam highlight. And that will last a long time. I don't really like doing a whole lot of bronzing and contouring when I'm doing like a really glowy, fresh face like this. So I just kind of keep the bronzer as like the liquid bronzer that we used. So that is kind of how I do my glowy skin routine. All right guys, so that is how I achieve kind of my glowy cheek look. Like I said in the intro, I will be doing a full face start to finish of my no makeup, like glowy dewy skin tutorial, because I add some extra products in that, and it's a little bit more like detailed, and it's going to be a full like what I do on my eyes and all of that too. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would love to know what some of your favorite glowy products are. I definitely find that if you want that glowy look, if you don't have super oily skin, I just don't like setting everything with a powder, because I just find that it takes away the glowiness of the look. So anyways guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!